Is it working? Is it working? Oh, is it working? Am I streaming on 2 different platforms, bro? Bro, tell me I'm streaming on 2 different platforms. I will come in my jorts. Oh, I'm live on YouTube! I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. Oh my god. I'm multi-streaming. This only took me 3 days to figure out. Alright, first, let's check. How do I sound? Turn that down a little. Hello, hello. Here we go. Hello. Hello. Oh, I'm so loud. I keep going over. Alright, I'll turn that off so I stop fucking reverberating to heaven. Alright, I don't even know. I don't know if my chat's working. You know what? I'll test it. Oh, my chat's showing up! My chat's showing up! Hi, cowboy! Hello! Thank you for the raid. I figured out multi-streaming. I figured out Oh, my chat box isn't working. Why isn't my chat box working? Hi, Guppy. Oh my god, my chat box is transparent. My chat box is transparent. Why is my chat box transparent? This is a test stream. This is a test stream. I've been struggling with this all fucking day. Dashboard. Streaming tools overlays. Edit. Okay, I've turned that up. Is there a way to turn the background? Or, Cowboy, do you know a way to turn the background off? So it's like a clear chat box? Oh, there it goes. I think it's clear now. I think it's clear. Nice. Okay. I feel better. I feel better. I feel like... Oh, that's so small. That's so small and thin. Sorry, guys. I know I should have done this size up. Okay. Save. How does that look? Oh, it left. Okay, it's gone. Okay, I broke the chat. I broke the chat. That's fine. Chat, come back. Properties. Is that working? I broke the chat. God damn it. Oh! There it goes. There it goes. There it is. Okay. I think this font is too... Save. Hi. Okay. That's a little big. No, I don't want to hear about the McDonald's snack wrap. Get off my screen, bro. Get off my screen, bro. Okay. What are you using for the chat? Stream Elements? Yes, I am. I am, sadly. Is my mic, like, peeking the fuck out right now? Am I, like, blowing people's eardrums out? Why are there 4 people watching me test right now? I feel so naked. I feel so silly. There's no one on YouTube, sadly. Hi. Nah, I don't want it easier to read. I just want it to be transparent. Okay. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for my first... This is my first YouTube stream. This is my first YouTube stream ever. It's so broken. Oh, that's not true. You're on YouTube? You're on both right now? It says there's one person on my YouTube. You know what? I think I'm not gonna get any, like, viewers on YouTube low-key, because, like, my algorithm's kind of fucked on YouTube. But might as well. So today, we are doing more Reddit stories. I don't just have Reddit stories from Am I the Asshole? I have a few from, like, different subreddits. There's a lot of Am I the Asshole posts. Am I allowed to say asshole on YouTube? Of course I'm on both. I'm trying to help troubleshoot. Thank you, Cowboy. Alrighty. It's so cool because I can see the chat on my screen and I don't have to have my phone open. So my phone's not, like, dying right now. The only bad part is I don't know how to turn the viewer count off. Oh. Did I? Oh my god, I thought I stopped streaming for a second. You can try whatever the fuck you want on YouTube. That's true. That's true. Alright, so the first post we got today is from r/malicious-compliance. This is just a subreddit where people post about how someone told them to do something and they do it in, like, the worst way possible. It's a lot of, like, asshole bosses and jerk neighbors. Huh? Hello, how you doing? I have a new setup today because I had to move to OBS? OBS. Yes, so it's a little scuffed, but that's okay. Hello. We are reading Reddit stories. This is an XL post. I don't know if that means extra large or, like, they did something extra fucked up. So... You demanded my entire team be at the office for the 4th of July. Fine, enjoy paying for the office party. So this starts on Monday the 13th, as I receive an email from a VP not over my department. Or bad VP. I am told that my team will be required on the 4th. I politely tell them no, that our team has been scheduled this day off, and people already have plans. My team is the IT team, and as many of you know, IT team gets shafted every time it can get shafted by any company. Yeah, I have to say, the IT people get the short end of the stick every time. So, over the course of the week, I let my team know what is happening. I let them know that I have been reaching out to higher-ups to fix it. I also tell them that if their plans are ruined, I will make it right at work. Over the course of 3 meetings, it started to look like things will not go my way. In response, I sent an email to the CEO of the company. All of my higher-ups know that I was going to do this and said I should do this as he is very family-oriented and he would not allow anyone to work on a national holiday. Okay, so it's a nice CEO. At least it's a nice CEO. Well, he is on... Excuse me, I'm dying. Well, he is on vacation in the Bahamas until the 6th, but his assistant informed me that he would look at this after he gets back. Repeatedly slams head into desk. So I tell everyone that it will be work from home and that we will be setting my cell phone as priority in the calling route. So basically, if anybody calls the office, it goes straight to this guy. How do I turn off the viewer count? Because I see it going down and it's making me... You know what? I'm just gonna hide the widget. Yeah, I just closed the I closed the widget. Viewer count's gone. I'll never know. I'll never know how many people are looking. To be honest, I was expecting 0 calls, especially since I was asked to send out a notification that IT support would cover the 4th of July. I never sent that email out. A day later, I was given another outrage. I was told in an email that my employees would be required to be at the office and no one was allowed to work from home. That they would be checking the door badge ins to verify that we were at the office. That's so fucked up. They're watching on stream. No, don't tell me! Don't tell me! Then I get nervous. I get so nervous. Oh no! Hello! Hi, Staxolotl! I'm just reading Reddit stories right now. Yeah, I tried to turn off the viewer count on Restream, but all I did is I closed the dock and now I can't see it. So now I don't have to worry. God damn it. I do not care about JCPenney. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. I'm all fucked up. And they said they wanted to make sure no one was playing video games at work. We normally work from home about 2/3 of the week, and video game playing is a normal occurrence at work. I don't know. Is it cringe of me to say maybe you shouldn't be playing video games at work? I get you're the Reddit, we're reading a post on r/malicious compliance, which is where you comply to what someone does. Like if your boss tells you to be at work, but like you go to work and do no work, you know? If you close the widget, how are you seeing the YouTube chat? I am seeing the chat, but I'm not seeing the page where it says what stream is live. So it doesn't, I closed the widget with the viewer count on it. So I can't see. So I walked into the person's office after a long conversation where she was losing the logic war with me. She told me that it's just IT. You guys don't have lives. No, I am not kidding you. This is exactly what they told me. I reported this to my VP who said, I will take care of this. It likely won't be until after the 4th, so get creative. I know this man well. We have worked together a long time, and get creative is code for corporate fuckery. It's IT. You guys don't have lives. That is such high schooler shit. That is such a mean thing to say to someone. No matter what job you have, I'm of the opinion that if you're an asshole to someone because of their job, you are like the biggest piece of shit on the planet. I'm sorry. I've worked as a waitress where it's like people act like you're not a person, and I've worked at ShopRite. I worked at ShopRite for a while, and I literally like had people threaten to kill me when I worked there. So I am of the opinion that no matter what job you work, there are hard parts of every job. There are hard parts of every job. In my opinion, no. Playing video games at work is weird. Yeah. I mean, it is a little, like, weird. When was this posted? That's my question. It was posted 4 years ago. It is a little weird. But if it's one of those jobs where it's like, I guess if you're not doing anything, like you have to wait for something to go wrong to do something, maybe, I don't know, it's a little cringe. I asked the person requiring us to be at the office if they cared if we had an office party. They said no, as long as it did not interfere with the call flow. We even suggested using my new company card to pay for it. Go wild. Pro tip, never tell me to go wild. This guy's gonna buy like a boatload of donkey shit and send it to the CEO's house or something. At this point, it was Tuesday the 21st. I let everyone know what's up and that I have something planned. I asked who had things planned for the day. 2 people told me they were planning to shoot off fireworks with their family and the rest were planning barbecues with friends. I write up an email to the VP over my department and the bad VP. I tell them that I will let everyone know. We are all excited to work until 8 p.m. Monday. All expected to work until 8 p.m. Monday. I'm sorry, I can't read. Per the conversation with the bad VP, I will be having an office party as a sort of sorry to the guys and gals who got shafted by this decision. That's nice. This guy's like a... He's a good manager. He's a good manager. Thank you. I am not the best at, as you guys can probably tell, I am not the best technologically wise. The bad VP replied again, thank you for your understanding, and yes, I would come to expect an office party if I had to work on the 4th of July as well. So go wild and enjoy your time. Use your new company credit card if you need to cover a few expenses. Also, I should not have to remind you or anyone else, no fireworks or alcohol on the company property. So what are they gonna do? Sit there and play fucking, I don't know, Monopoly the whole time? That's not a party. So now it is time to tell you about my office. See, a while back, the IT team was moved from the main office corp into a smaller building by itself. It has a nice gaming break room and a decent-sized gym, and a full-on drink bar. Soft drinks, mind you, no alcohol at work. A drink? This guy has to work at, like... This has to be... It can't be a Google, because they're making fun of the IT people. But this has to be, like, a big fucking company. I bet you since then they got rid of the drink bar. Outback is a big patio that crosses county lines as soon as you cross a small creek. A creek that just so happens to have a footbridge over it leading to an empty field. I start making phone calls. Monday, June the 25th, I call up everyone an hour early meeting that morning. I explain to them that I will be making it right. I asked everyone to invite their friends and family to the office. No supplies will need to be brought by anyone. I tell them that this will all be non-alcoholic, but I will be planning something for everyone. I tell them to expect food to be provided and that they don't need to bring anything unless they want to bring some fireworks. I.e., they won't have to spend a dime. That's nice. Always abuse the company credit card. The 4th comes and the entire day we did absolutely no work. No tickets, no calls came in. Well, 7 calls did come in, but from the same person, the bad VP. She was calling to make sure we were manning the phones. All of us were playing video games or watching movies. Alright, if everyone else at the company is off on the 4th of July, why would you make the IT people stay there? There's nothing to fix. If they have time to not do anything and play video games on like a normal ass day, then they won't have time. Don't tell me the viewer count. I'm getting nervous. Don't tell me the viewer count. But if they have time to fuck around on a normal day, they ain't gonna have shit to do on a holiday if it's not one of those jobs, you know? 6 p.m. rolls around and everyone was told that food was ready. People were expecting hot dogs, hamburgers, maybe a bratwurst or two, but what they got was a full-on barbecue feast with pizza and other foods. There was smoked brisket, spare ribs, smoked sausage, smoked turkey. These guys like smoking. Both kinds of tater salad, coleslaw, green beans with bacon and onions, potatoes au gratin. I wonder what that is. Pizza from 2 different places, excellent hamburgers, and bratwurst hot dogs. On the dessert side was cake, very good cookies, 4 different kinds of pie, and about 2 pounds of fudge. I don't know about you guys, but the fucking fudge sounds fantastic right now. Fudge sounds absolutely amazing. You're a top fan. Good job, Cowboy. You're my top fan on my first YouTube stream. It's like mashed potatoes. Google it. It's really good. That sounds really good. I don't know. Is that not a New Jersey thing? Au gratin mashed potatoes? I've had like whipped mashed potatoes. That's how my grandpa makes them. And at work we do scalloped potatoes. But that's pretty much it. Should I do a stream where I make au gratin potatoes? Oh! Au gratin. Alright, I'm Googling it. Here's to hoping I don't dox myself again. Au gratin potatoes. Oh, they're just scalloped potatoes. Yeah. Where I live, I'm not sure if this is a thing, but they just call them scalloped potatoes. Unless there's something different that I do not understand. So let me set the scene for you. I am out there with all calls routed to my cell phone and everyone just having a good time. We have a ton of people that are just enjoying the fun night, chatting about random stuff, eating the food, and occasionally lighting up some sparklers or throwing firecrackers into the stream. It is not stocked and only 1 foot deep. My VP, not the bad VP mind you, shows up and his family and brought some water balloons for the kids and man-children. I don't know if you guys have ever played water balloons with grown men. I did it once when I was like 7 and I thought I was gonna die. Oh my god, hi Zombie! If it's anything like your cake stream, make sure you cook it properly. It was edible if you like ate around the sides. If you ate around the sides, it would be edible. Poor Ryan had a terrible birthday. Poor Ryan. We did a birthday cake stream for him and it went very wrong. Around 8:30ish, it's getting dark and people want to shoot off more than the simple sparklers and firecrackers we had been using. The VP over at the IT department had everyone cross the footbridge over the country line. No ads. No ads. I give you guys enough ads. Off the company property, mind you, and we set up a big wooden board and used it as our launching pad. We fired off what we had for an hour or two and sort of just hung out there for a little while. At around this time, people were tired and ready to head home. I told people to take home leftovers within reason. We all clocked out at around 8 and no one left until around 10:30. The bad VP did call once more after when we were back at the party. It was 7:50 and she called asking for a status update. My exact words were, "Well, you were the only one to call us today. The rest of us are on the back patio enjoying the 4th of July shindig." She simply acted like my boss and said, "As long as no alcohol or fireworks are on company property, I do not care." In my experience, a manager has always wanted to cut people as to not waste money, you know? They don't, especially if you're getting paid more than minimum wage, the trick is to put the water balloon in the freezer. Zombie, you're gonna fucking kill these kids! Zombie, these kids are dead! You hit him with a rock! You hit 7-year-old little Timmy with an ice rock and he hasn't gotten up in 10 minutes. You're doing great. All 32 people are thoroughly... There's not 32 people here. You're fucking with me. And if you're not, don't tell me. And if you're not, lie to me. We ate roughly half of the food catered. The rest was taken home. A small group volunteered to stay behind to clean up, including my VP. We had a funny conversation about how this will make waves with the bosses, but he said that he had my back and asked me how much this cost. I just gave him a sideways look, which made him laugh. You say that, but I randomly had 20 people on the other side on YouTube. I never really have good luck with YouTube. I have terrible luck with YouTube. But then again, I'm just like, I'm not good at making YouTube videos. The part 3 is, but the part 2 is. Tell me if I start peaking my mic. I haven't fixed my mic settings on OBS. To hell with them kids. They don't know what pain is. They gotta learn one day. Jesus Christ. Zombie, you are no longer allowed to watch my kids. I upload once a day. YouTube's hard. My mom's texting me, and I'm sure you've heard my phone going off. Emily in Paris just came out on Netflix, and she keeps texting me. She's like, Emily, what kind of champagne do you want? Because we're going to watch Emily in Paris when we get home. It's like her favorite show right now. And I can't just be like, I'm busy, so if I look down, I'm texting her back. Tuesday morning, I submitted the expense report to my VP. This email would inevitably make its way over to the bad VP and up the chain to the CIO of the company. I think he means CEO, but I might be so wrong. It would be a bad idea to give out the exact cost of the party, mind you, but I can tell you this because of the 4th of July party. New rules were put into place. Any expenses of over 4K must be approved by the direct supervisor. They spent over 4K on a 4th of July party. Oh my god. And the full expense report must be sent to the financial department for review after the fact. I can't believe they spent over 6K on this party. The barbecue was the most expensive part. I did not order from a low or mid-tier place. The place I ordered from has consistently been on the top 10 in the DFW listing for the past 30 years. I ate at that place so much that I made friends with the owner. The best barbecue I had ever had. They just gave him this credit card and he spent $6,000 because they wouldn't give him the 4th of July off. That is both the best manager you will ever have and the manager you will have for the shortest amount of time because they will get fired. Yeah, that's in oh, it's in Texas? What's the DFW, cowboy? The pies and cakes were custom made by a bakery and the cookies were made by a boutique cookie place. I had 10 12-packs of Coke, Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero. Dr. Pepper is the best soda. Fuck Coke, fuck Pepsi, Dr. Pepper all the way. I bought... He's just listing so many foods. The burgers from an excellent burger place that did the catering. I know that owner well. He brought his kids for the night after he heard what was going to happen. He is also the one who brought the brat dogs as he recently added those to his menu. This was the most expensive office party in the history of the company. The only thing more expensive than this was some business meetings that the CEO had rented private rooms in high-end restaurants for. Dallas Fort Worth. Oh, yeah, so this is very Texas. You know what? I should have known because they were setting off fireworks at work. He got creative. That was the most Texan thing I've ever heard you say. I'm so proud. Because I said Dallas Fort Worth. I've never been to Texas. I should visit. As for the CEO, yeah, he meant CEO before. He was outraged, not at the cost of the party, mind you. He knew that the party would not have been necessary if people had been allowed to go home. He was outraged that IT was the only group required to work on that day. I mean, seriously, if IT's job is fixing shit for other people, why is that? Why are they there? There's no one to fix shit for. There's no problems to be solved because there's no one causing problems. That's like having nothing but cops in a township. That's like being in a township where everyone's a cop. There's no criminals because you're all cops. No, when you talked about Dr. Pepper being the best soda ever, it's true because it's our soda. Dr. Pepper is the best soda, and I'm so sick of people sleeping on Dr. Pepper. Cherry Dr. Pepper is my favorite. Then my VP let the CIO, oh, the CIO is a different thing, and the CEO know about what the bad VP said. You guys don't have lives. The bad VP did actually confirm. She said it in a meeting with her EVP. It did not go over well. I have never heard people yelling in an office meeting like that before. The CEO of the company came to our office and yelled at her. Not sure if she was fired, but she is not at work today. In Active Directory, she does not have the down arrow of death, so not 100% sure what happened to her. I know she lost whatever clout she had at this company with her attitude. If anything more happens, I will update. But so far, it looks like the fallout from this might have caused a new rule to be put into place, and how much you are allowed to spend at one time. The bad VP may or may not let go / be forced to resign. I know she got yelled at. Strangely, there is no longer any pushback from my bid to get everyone to work from home. Please stop asking where the restaurants are. I'm not doxing myself. Bro's gatekeeping the best places to eat. The top comment says, "Can I work for you? This sounds fucking magical." That's crazy. This guy sounds like an amazing manager. He does. This one is actually an Am I the Asshole? It's a little interesting. Alright, I'm checking the YouTube viewership and watch it be one person. It's 2 people. 2 people are watching. Stop trying to make me nervous, cowboy. It won't work. I don't believe you. Now, this is an Am I the Asshole post. Ignore the ruling because we are going to make our own ruling. But am I the asshole for refusing to call my friend by her new name, Queen? How the fuck did I become the number? Someone else joined the stream, man. I don't know what to tell you. They beat you out. My partner's friend, 25S, socially changed her name from the name her mom gave her to a name she chose for herself. She is cisgender, by the way. Her name change is due to her wanting to reinvent herself. And for her new name, Queen reflects how she thinks of herself and how she wants others to see her. I feel like we don't need to read the rest of this post to know that Staxolotl's the #1 fan. Sorry, cowboy, get beat out. I feel like I don't have to read the rest of this post to know that this woman's not the asshole. This is really bad. Yeah, someone seems full of themselves. I am a part of the queer community. For those who do not know, I am a lesbian. I have been dating my girlfriend for 1.5 years. But I have a lot of trans friends, and I am firmly of the opinion that if someone tells you to call them something else, you should do it. However, this isn't a name, it's a title. She wants people to, like, bow down to her in a weird way. This is a power play. She's not changing it to reflect, like, her identity. She's changing it to reflect that she thinks she's better than other people. It's possible both are assholes, true. If we read the rest of the post and it says, "Then I burned down her house in retaliation," then we'll know that they're assholes. Her social media usernames and profiles reflect her new name, and people she's met in the past few years call her by the name she's introduced herself as. I'd be glad to support her in the autonomy she seeks by naming herself, but my issue is she wants everyone to call her Queen. Within the friend group, I notice that sometimes her old friends slip up and call her by her given name. But you can see that that doesn't sit well with her, and that being dead... Alright. I'm sorry, if you're not trans, it's not being dead named. If you're not... Dead name is specifically... Queen is too much, it is bullshit. I could be a completely... Dude, you could be evil in the YouTube. And I don't know how to ban people in YouTube yet, so you could be as evil as you want. I don't know. It's not being dead named in this scenario. I don't think it's being dead named because I feel like dead naming is specifically like it's for serious situations, and she is not serious. Sometimes she'll politely correct, but not within larger groups. Sometimes her friends self-correct and call her Queen. Since Queen and King are terms of praise, reverence, and endearment, I am hesitant to call this person Queen. I simply don't feel that way about her. That says, if she tells a funny joke, or I'm finally greeting her, it's easier to call her Queen. It just doesn't feel like a name to me, it feels more like a title. I don't feel right calling my peer Queen. If she was to choose a name that means Queen, like Retna, I'm Rihanna? I wouldn't experience any unease with calling her such. I avoid using any name to refer to her. If I do use a name, I try to say Queen, but if I'm not in a good mood or if I'm annoyed with her, I don't bring myself to say it. I asked if I can call her Q, and she said no, my name is Queen. Perhaps I would feel differently if it were a stage name. Edit, in the original post, I referred to this person as friend. More accurately, they are my partner's friend. What the fuck? No. More accurately, they are my partner's friend. I do appreciate the replies that address how a friend should treat a friend in a situation.
Far from home. AirMed work has you covered.
Have you guys ever had, like, a girlfriend or a boyfriend that had a friend, and that friend was just, like, the most awful person in the world, and you had to deal with them because in any situation you'd be in with your partner, they'd want to invite that person? I dated a girl in high school whose best friend, it was this guy, and he was just, like, the biggest fucking dick to me. Yeah, the ads on YouTube are getting so bad. I could treat you the ways of YouTube. Don't downvote Emily for... I didn't use AI. I'm using YouTube. Very specifically. I am also a victim of the AI in this situation. I don't know. This person... Alright, I'm gonna bring up a hypothetical, and this hypothetical is crazy. But I feel like Queen, calling people Queen, it could be... Like, if someone changed their name to, like, Daddy, and they were like, hey, call me Daddy, I would never. I would never. Like, it's weird. It's just one of those words that is weird. I would never. And as we could tell, the comments also agreed, I'm not the asshole. And the first comment is, I'm gonna get downvoted for this, not the asshole. Changing one's name to Queen or King or anything that obviously signals one belief in their own superiority over other people, then demanding that people address you by that name is inherently an asshole move. It's so gross and absolutely reeks of narcissism. If any of my friends ever did this, I would honestly be so turned off by it that I would most likely stop being friends with them. Bletch. My own issues with valorizing the concept of royalty aside, fuck monarchs, seriously. If you want people to call you Queen, work to earn that and let others give you that title as a sign of respect. Call them by their new name, asshole. I am not asshole. Yeah. This person is an asshole. I do not like this person. Alright. Daddy and mommy is only for the bedroom. Oh my god. I think outside of that is a no unless you do it with your partner in private. I think the thing that pisses me off in the world, that pisses me off most in the world, is when people do pet play outside. Because I have I have seen it as a waitress, where it's like, they'll act weird. I've never seen someone go like, oh, thank you, daddy. But I've seen someone like, hey, baby, like, when we get home, and I'm just like standing there as a waitress, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. It's so bad. Do not do pet play in public. It makes everyone want to die. Today I fucked up. So, TIFU means today I fucked up. I really love this subreddit. It does have a lot of long posts, though. I have not read through all of this post. Or your children's call you daddy, mommy. People get so weird with that, and it's like, it is... I've seen people cringe when a child says daddy, and the amount I want to, like, strangle people is crazy. Not dearest mother and father. I actually went through a phase. I stopped talking to my dad at 13 for a while, but, like, I'd see him once a year, because he was also the father of my brother, so I'd see him. And I would call him father because I was watching My Hero Academia, and that's what Todoroki called his father. So I went through a phase where I called my dad father. It was so cringy. It was so bad. Don't tell anyone I told you that, chat. Today I fucked up by secretly eating mushrooms while my wife was asleep in a house full of cats. This happened... Sorry, I have to close something. Go away, widget. I don't want to know how many people are here. I don't want to see the viewer count going down. Today I fucked up secretly eating mushrooms while my wife was asleep in a house full of cats. This happened a good long ago now, so not really today. It was in April when I started this journey. During the winter, I became a member of a magic mushroom forum and was learning all I could about growing magic mushrooms. Am I gonna get banned for talking about this? Damn, clip's gotta be 5 seconds long. I was gonna add it to the Emily soundboard. I don't know what EXP is. I have no idea what's up with the YouTube, to be honest. I tried it once and grew only a yellowish-green mush that smelled of sweaty socks, but this time would be different. I had a spore print sent to me and was off to the races. I had tried mushrooms once before, about 10 years prior, and the experience was rather enjoyable. I have had way too many bad experiences with LSD to ever think about trying it, and from what I remember, the mushroom experience was much less chaotic and harsh for me, and than the majority of my acid trips had been. After following every tip I could gather and about a month and a half of waiting, I have viable mushrooms drying in the food dehydrator. Magic mushrooms, what's that? Oh, God. Emily, if you haven't been banned yet, if I haven't been banned yet, what makes you think you're gonna get banned? That's true. I feel like I've stepped my foot on the line of getting banned, but I'm just not... I can say whatever I want because I'm so small. I have actively threatened people in chat. I have threatened to harm myself. I have done horrible things on Twitch. Minecraft Twitch Spawn's a tough time. I can't wait to cross-stream Minecraft Twitch Spawn. I think that's gonna go crazy. The whole journey from spore print to fruit was done for reasons I don't yet have a great grasp on. I was thinking at the time that growing them would impart some spiritual meaning into my existence. It had been a long time since I had taken any illegal substances, and I wanted it to be special in some way. Growing them myself was an attempt at providing that, I guess. The night I took them, I really wasn't planning on doing so. I was bored out of my wits and chatting with online friends. I have never in my life seen people put a dash between on and line. Hi, Shadow! Good night, Shadow! Thank you for dropping in. The title of the last is Take That, Piss Boy. How did the algorithm do on that title? I can't imagine it being good. You have threatened your mod multiple times. I'm sorry, zombie, but you keep spawning withers on my ass and I can't handle the stress. I threatened to come to your house. I didn't say what I would do once I was at your house, so maybe I just wanted to have a tea party. Dude, I've had multiple YouTube shorts. I've had a YouTube short fucking... What's it called? Like restricted with the yellow thing. There was like a yellow symbol next to it and it said restricted because I mentioned bombs. I told them I was going, because people were spawning creepers on me, not for any other reason. I was going to eat my mushrooms, but didn't know how much to eat without a scale. So I took a few pics of my intended dose and posted them and immediately got advice to cut the dose in half. So, with my wife asleep, I went down to the kitchen and made a concoction of purple slushy powdered mushroom and gulped it down. I came back and told the chatters that the deal was done and that I am taking a shower and would be back once the fun started. I hate... Every time I hear a mushroom story, it's like the scariest shit I've ever read in my life. I was practicing PvP, but I'm not Tommy in it, man. You said you'd burn my house down. Yeah, in the shower about 5 minutes when I felt a rush, like my consciousness was being pulled away from my body. I kept fighting to keep it with me. It felt as though I had let it fly away and I would have a full out-of-body experience, but for some reason I felt compelled to hold on to it. I quickly turned off the water and looked down at my feet. They seemed miles away. That's when it hit me that the shrooms were kicking in. Out of the shower, I put on the same clothes I came in with and headed upstairs. The shower in the basement of the house, there is a door at the top of the stairs. Opening the door, the light from the kitchen blasted my eyes and I got a good gauge of how far along I was in the experience. I could see that the kitchen floor looked smooth and it had a liquid-like texture. Before I could survey any more, my black cat ran down in the basement. I didn't want to forget about him down there, and it never really thought that I could just leave the door open and shoo any members of our herd that wandered back down after my trip. I trudged down the stairs after him and scooped him up the bed and started up the stairs. Halfway up, a brown blur flew down the stairs as another cat dove to the basement. I tossed the black one in the kitchen and went after the brown one. While picking up the brown one, the black one came down the steps again and I scooped him up too. Now I am carrying 2 cats up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, the door is wide, and I see another 3 cats had come. How many fucking cats do these people have? Come to investigate the commotion. As I made the final push to the top, they all jumped into action like they had planned in advance. I started laughing hysterically, let go of the cat in my arms, and sat on the top step as I watched all the cats bounce down the stairs. I found the whole situation so funny. Here I am coming up hard on mushrooms. I can feel the confusion building every second, and now I have to figure out a way of getting all 5 cats out of the basement. Hi, Lady Pink. Hello, Anne. How are you doing? I am reading a Reddit story about a guy who did so much mushrooms he ended up hurting cats. Herding, as it not hurting, like herding, like herding sheep. He was chasing the cats around. He did not hurt the cats. I'm doing very, very well. By the time I had collected myself and devised a plan, my face was hot and objects were starting to move. The time dilation had manifested and minutes were seemingly to take longer and longer. The amount you could not pay me to do mushrooms, this shit is terrifying. This shit is terrifying. My plan was to go down and capture 1 cat at a time and usher them upstairs. Once I got to 5, the task would be complete. I raced down and grabbed the first cat I came across and ran up to the landing and tossed it pretty forcefully, bro, of the last 3 steps into the kitchen, so it would get to the point that I didn't want them down there. Back down I went and I did the same thing. That's 2 down, 3 to go. I was getting more confused by the minute in the 4th cat. I had forgot how many cats I had previously ushered upstairs. On my way back down, I decided to count the cats downstairs, and that would let me know how many were upstairs. Unfortunately, the whole time I had neglected one key detail in my foolproof plan. The door was still open. As I reached the basement floor, I had heard the whole cat stampede. The whole herd can stampede down again. Plan A was an utter failure. Super cat, super chat, and keep talking. What? What's a super chat? I don't know what a super chat is. Is super chat, is that a good chat? 1 second. Super chat. Yeah. One watching right now. Super chat. Can you guys still see this? Oh, look, it's meception. There's so many of me right now. People pay money to send a message. Oh. They were responding to me. Oh, okay. It gets noticed. I notice all chats. I am Vision. Anyways, just as quickly formulated as Plan A was Plan B. Cats got names, right? I will count the cats as I bring them up and remember the name of each cat so I won't lose track like last time. Brilliant. I thumped back down the stairs and grabbed Funchy. Funchy? Funchy? Jesus. These guys are hippies. The black one, and I take him upstairs. He quickly tries to run back down, and I push him back and close the door. Downstairs, I grab another cat, Sammy, number 2, I think, as I put her up the stairs and close the door behind me. At this point, my mind is worn out. These things are moving very well, and walls have waves in them and on them. It is all but impossible to keep my mind on the task at hand. Those two things, coupled with the fact that time dilation is making the last 5 minutes chasing these beasts seems like I have been at it for hours, is making this full errands about as much as my brain could handle in its current state. I trudge on to complete this task and grab another cat, but again at the top of the stairs. I forget where I was in the order. I put that cat upstairs and try to count the cats up there to give me an idea of how many were left. But of course, they are not in the kitchen anymore. And again, it escapes me that if I just keep bringing the cats up until I run out of cats to retrieve, I will be through with this clusterfuck. Unable to pass my current predicament, I run around the stairs looking for the cats that had just been brought up, and they are nowhere to be found. My state had grown worse, and I started thinking that they got outside. But there was no way they could get out because no one had opened the door. The door! I had forgot to close the basement door. Fuck, 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 fuck. Sorry about the ads. The door is still open, yeah. The door is still open. Ran back into the kitchen and down the stairs for the 50th quadrillion time, and bam! There were all 5 of them, safe and sound. I had found the missing cat. Hallelujah! They weren't outside. My wife would have killed me if they were gone. Me, all high and shit, and the cats go missing? I might as well pack my shit and go. What a relief. I love my little kitties. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Are we still in the basement? Fucking cocksucking... Fucking cocksucking son of a bitch motherfucking shit hell. I am done. My mental ability is gone. Each trip up and down felt like an eternity. This guy's legs must be burning. He's gonna wake up sober, and he's gonna have the sorest legs in his life. Welcome back! I am mentally exhausted because apparently counting to 5 is impossible while on mushrooms. My mind racing to come up with a solution to this impossible problem, and never once did I think of just leaving them down there until they found something more entertaining to do than drive me out of my fucking mind. The white flag was up. It was over. I needed the big gun. It was 2 or 3 a.m. and she had to get up and go to work in the morning, and I had no choice. I needed to be an adult. I have to wake my wife. She would make it all better. She will tame those damn hellions and all will be fine. But it wasn't fine. I went up the stairs to our room and woke her in the gentlest way possible. By jumping in the bed and yelling, "Help! I took mushrooms! 5 cats in the basement and I can only count to 4! The way I would leave the sky. 5 cats in the basement, and I can only count to 4. Not the way I had envisioned it going down in my head, but I was happy to get that much out without forgetting the reason I woke her up in the first place. Sleepily, she marched down the stairs, and I led her to the kitchen where the basement door was still wide open. All I could do was stand at the door and point down the stairs. I think I may have whimpered a little too with my gesture. She was not amused. I thought I was finally going to get closure. She would get the cats from the basement and I would be saved, but no. My savior turned to tormentor as she said the only words in the world that could crush me into an even more pitiful state. Well, go get him, she said. She didn't understand that I was fighting this fight for what seemed like days and wanted nothing more than to curl up in the corner and cry until I fell asleep. She had no clue how close I was to a breakdown. Tears welled up as I crossed the threshold of the basement door and descended again into my personal hell. I scooped up the kitty and carried it slowly up the stairs, setting it on the kitchen floor. My wife said in a long, drawn-out voice like she was talking to a 2-year-old. Back down I went and grabbed another bundle of joy and slinked up the stairs, only to be shamed again by a long, drawn-out 2. By the 3rd cat, short, audible poo-poo sounds were coming from me as I was almost to my breaking point. My wife had begun to laugh at me and seemed to laugh harder each time I came up more beaten than before. Fuck you, McChicken Meal. I hope you die, McChicken Meal. When the last cat came up, I was greeted by a sighing 5. And now was that so hard from my wife? I tried to apologize, but she waved me off with a stern, "We'll talk about this in the morning," and walked upstairs to bed. I kind of miss McChickens. Do you guys not have McChickens in Texas? Are McChickens not a thing anymore? No, because I just saw an ad for them. The cat ordeal was over, but the trip was far from it. I was immensely grateful to my online buddies who talked me into halving the dose because the rest of the night was filled with confusion and mindfuckery, an intense time dilation. Not a bad trip as bad trips go, but not all that enjoyable. I can think I crossed multiple mushies off the list of viable boredom relievers. I wouldn't be doing them anytime soon again, and that is for sure. TLDR, ate magic mushrooms for the first time in many years and chased the cats out of the basement all night until I gave up and got my wife to tame the beasts. Oh, I'm so sorry, cowboy. Yeah, my aunt has celiac disease. Ate magic mushrooms for the first time in many years and got my wife to tame the beasts. Update, wow. Made the front page, got gold. Today was a good day. Thank you for the gold, whoever you are. I am at work and we'll get to a few questions. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What's the picture? Oh my god, here he is with his cats. Aww. I wonder if he's high on mushrooms in this picture. I do keep forgetting. That is my bad. Look at these cats. They're pookers. I shouldn't be just clicking on random images on Reddit. That's how you get to a gore site. Meow, 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 meow. That's so cute. I'm surprised this picture is still up because this was posted... Yeah, this was posted 12 years ago. Wow, you were quite literally herding cats. 5 cats in my basement and I can only count 4. That's where I lost it. I think this is my new favorite Reddit story besides the one we read last time. Alright. So this one is Am I Overreacting? And I read a little bit of this one, and this one is drama. If I ever visit, I feel like you might poison me with bread. I would never poison you on purpose. I'd probably remember more if you told me in person. I feel like with chat messages, there's so many that I get confused, you know? On who said what. Am I overreacting? Boyfriend wants me to tell my sister-in-law that my brother cheated. Alright, before I even read this, let's get one thing straight. I hate cheaters so much. I hate cheaters to an unreasonable degree. I have been cheated on so many times. So many times. I hate cheaters. And I think if someone's cheating, then you should tell their partner no matter what. It doesn't matter how much you hate that bitch. You gotta tell somebody because holy shit, no one deserves to be cheated on. You know? No one deserves to be cheated on. Yeah. So, her boyfriend wants to tell her sister-in-law that my brother cheated. 1 year ago on my brother's stag, a stag is like a bachelor party, he cheated on his soon wife-to-be. 1 year later, they're now happily married with one child and another on the way, living the perfect marriage. My brother's a dick, always has been, can never keep still. I don't have a relationship with him, I don't agree with what he did, nor do I really care. It doesn't affect me, and if I just keep going around saying it, then it would make my life and my family's life considerably worse. All my other brothers know, my dad knows, all his friends know, he wasn't really hiding it when he did it. If I'm the one who spills the beans, my brother will blame me for his own mistakes. It'll probably ruin every family gathering for 20 years. Alright, this guy's first mistake is he waited a year. He waited a year. The amount of fucked up you have to be to let a woman marry a guy when you watched him cheat the night before is insane. And the fact that all these guys know and no one said anything or like even like bugged him about it and said no, I couldn't do that. I made a couch from scratch in order to keep myself from falling asleep because I was scared to go to sleep. It was not fun. I'm never doing drugs. I don't like any of these guys. I don't like him, I don't like his other brothers, and I don't like his dad. I don't like my brother. He's the complete opposite of me. When I found out he cheated, I wasn't surprised. That's definitely a thing he'd do. And frankly, my defense is his wife should know what kind of person he is. This guy hates his brother so much that he hates his brother's wife. That is unbelievably not fun. Oh my god. You don't go around marrying the biggest whore. You don't go around marrying the biggest whore and hope he doesn't cheat. It was bound to happen. Holy shit. What did the brother do to him? He thinks his stag was a free pass and he did nothing wrong. Maybe they communicated about this before the stag, yet he has sworn us to secrecy. Now we were talking about how much of a dick my brother is and it slipped out. I thought he wouldn't care or we agreed on it, and that's why I said it. He wants me to come and tell her the truth. He thinks it's a dick thing to do. It's not an ultimatum, but he's going to think less of me. I love him more than my brother, and I still don't think it's my place to break up a family. But at the end of the day, family comes first. Anyways, I said I won't do it, and he's super annoyed. We're both very quiet, and he hasn't had a notion of saying anything either. But it'd nearly be easier for him to say something since it's not his family. So he thinks it's a morally wrong thing that I'm giving him full power to do the right thing. Am I wrong? I'd let you monetize it. I'm not gonna monetize your trauma, mostly because my YouTube isn't monetized yet, but also because it's a bad thing to do. I think I know why the partner... I know exactly why the boyfriend is upset at the fucking... at OP, at Original Poster. He is mad at the poster because he knows that if OP cheats on him, his family will not say jack. If OP cheats on him, he will most likely get away with it. He will most likely get away with it. And it is, like... the way I would not marry into this family. I would not marry into this family. The way he said, like, you can't marry the biggest whore and expect nothing to happen. He hates his brother so much that he hates his brother's wife and he does not care about their family. He let this woman marry and have a kid with someone who cheated on her without telling her. I would break up with him. I do not like this guy. The kind of family who would keep this a secret from a person choosing to join the family is one I genuinely never want to be a part of. Also, think of it from your boyfriend's perspective. If you're all willing to keep this lie to your sister-in-law, what could you be lying about to him too? But that's also a side point. This is just a horrible thing to do to someone, and whether you tell her or not, it's the consequences. Or not, the consequences are because the adult thing to do is not hide behind him and just tell her regardless of how it hurts you, because she is the real victim. Well said, the typical victim blaming to avoid responsibility. She should have known logic is terrifying for the boyfriend, and understandably so. Unfortunately, these people are looking through innocence through omission. The real question is simple. If my boyfriend was cheating on me, would I want someone to tell me? Sadly, the response to this question is really answered honestly, because doing so would reveal hypocrisy. It would be bad if you did it without me knowing or exploited me. Here, I write on Reddit, you can... Cowboy, if you make a Reddit story about your trauma, I will exploit it. I promise. I promise. How horrible am I? Holy shit. You know what? If anybody in the chat wants to write a Reddit story, I'll read it. I don't care what it is. Can you see any of the hearts from YouTube? I'm afraid I can't see any of the hearts from YouTube. But I hope there's not a lot, because I haven't been thanking people for the hearts. For those who don't know, I just started streaming today, and I am a technologically illiterate bastard. The only way for me to see anything is to type it in chat, because that's the only way I'm going to see it. I am also breaking the rules by showing my YouTube chat. But thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you guys for the hearts. Oh, it got 5 likes. 5 people came in here and liked. That's crazy. Yeah. I hope. I'm gonna check OP's posts. I want an update. Comments. Okay. Thank you for the good advice. This guy found the one person agreeing with him and said thank you for the good advice, bro. That's so fucked up. He found the one person agreeing with him and said thank you for the good advice. Came back to read your responses. You are vile and just evil. You and your entire family. Truly, I pray no one like you ever. You lack ingenuity and accountability. A tapestry for disaster. Why? What did I do? You're fucking defending. Alright, so this is OP's comment history. I really haven't wanted anything to do with him for years. Now I feel like I'm just being forced to make a decision which is about him that I want no part of. He'll just spin it around and say, oh, of course you told her, as if I'm being petty. It doesn't matter! I would know. I'm in both, lol. I'm number fucking 1 again. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Good luck, cowboy. I hope you climb to the top. This guy is kind of evil because he posted a post asking people, hey, am I the asshole for what I did? And then when people said, yeah, you're the asshole, he's just going off on them in the comments. He's just going off on them in the comments. And that is disrespectful to both him and everyone in the post. Everyone in the post. No one can say I don't support my friends, lol. How many are you all 6 viewers right now? I wouldn't be surprised if you were all my viewers right now. All my viewers are just Cowboy under different accounts. I don't know. I feel so nervous to stream because I'm not using Streamlabs, and I got you on all my monitors. This one's very interesting. I think this one's gonna be my last one for the night because I have to go on a date with Le Girlfriend. So I will be back on Monday with TwitchBon. Am I the asshole for letting a kid go home with his actual parent? Yes, you are! No! As someone... What do you mean I'm not Cowboy? I just got here. Hello, Spencer! Alright. AVYM_. I believe you that you're not Cowboy. Spencer, I'm sorry. I have some suspicions that you're not who you say you are. Guppy is currently streaming as well. Yes, she is. I'm gonna raid her after. Can I raid from Restream? I don't think I can. Oh, that sucks. Am I the asshole for letting a kid go home with his actual parent? I was asked last minute to give a ride to a child on my son's soccer team by his wife and the child's mother, Dana, excuse me. She's a single mom who's friends with my wife, and they have a weekly ride-sharing system that works for her and my wife. Since my wife is out of town, I agreed with no issues to take the kid to the game. In the past, when I've taken him, he's gotten picked up back at our house after the game or practice by Dana. This time, at the game, Dana's ex, Jay, arrived towards the end. I know him from their time together, and while I've heard terrible things about him through my life, most of it is relationship stuff between them. I've never had an issue with them personally. Dana's mother was having a casual convo with him, which I interrupted to ask if Jay was taking the kid home. He said yes. The grandmother didn't object. She just asked me to tell her daughter that her phone battery had died. Bad grandma. Bad grandma. YouTube has no raids? I don't think YouTube has raids. I will tell her she said hi, Spencer. I almost want to go onto one of my other accounts. Yeah. You can raid, but it's only a Twitch thing, sadly. I will tell girlfriend that you guys say hi. When I get home, my wife is irate, saying I left the child with an abuser, and how could I allow him to take the kid? She said I was irresponsible and potentially putting the child in danger or allowing him to be kidnapped. I think, at the most, this is a misunderstanding, but my wife says I'm in the wrong. Am I the asshole for not being more aware of the right arrangements and plan for getting the child home? Edit, I'm not a fan of his after the divorce, but they do have their own custodial arrangements. Based on what's been shared with me, he hasn't been accused of any abuse towards the child. The only times I have seen him since their divorce is when it was his time with the kids. The child could have gone home with his grandmother, who he lives with. I left him with both of them. I messaged Shanna and asked if I messed up. She said no, everything was fine. His dad just came to say hi. The child went home with his grandmother. Okay. So, there are two things here that are weird in the edits. He hasn't been accused of any abuse towards the kids. Has he been accused of abuse towards the wife? Because... yeah, I'm totally checks notes. The autistic cowboy, that's me. I knew it, Spencer! I knew it! But you raid out as usually, raid then unstream. Okay, that makes sense. I have a theory that this guy has been accused of abuse towards the wife. And that's why OP's wife is so upset, because she knows he's an abuser, and she knows her husband knows he's an abuser, and just sent the kid along. I don't know. As a child of divorce myself, if I heard funked up shit about somebody's father, I feel like I'd be a little more, like, careful, you know? I'd be a little more careful. I would ask Dana. I would ask this Dana person who's supposed to pick her kid up. Because, lies, we are all cowboy. All of Emily's viewers are cowboy. Not at all. No. So this is the top vote. You the asshole. Heads up, most kidnappings are actually done by a non-custodial parent. If there was any lack of surety, you always keep the child with you. Wait until you contact custodial parent before letting them go. This is true. It happened at my school. It happens on the news all the time. If you check Amber Alerts, I'm not sure if you guys still get those on your phone, but every single time a kid is kidnapped, not every single time, but most of the time, they'll say they have the same last name. They have the same last name. Oh my god, you've been following me for 11 months? I didn't even know I have been streaming for 11 months. Stacksalotl, no! I should have known Cowboy was running that YouTube channel. Absolutely not lit. Yeah, this guy's definitely the asshole. This guy is definitely the asshole. I don't know. I get both. I get both views. But this other guy is also called Diddy, so I don't support any of his views on children. I mean, seriously. You think you get to have an opinion on kids when your name is a Diddy Doos? 9 months, Cowboy. That's crazy. Embrace Cowboy. Now I have a legion. A region. A legion. If I could talk. If I could talk. If I could talk. Oof. I don't know. I feel like this guy is an asshole. I don't know. I'd have to get more context, but in my heart, this guy is the asshole. Just because, like, what could have happened? What could have happened? Sorry, I'm getting ads up the wazoo. Now I know how you guys feel every time there's an ad. Alright. I think this is where we're ending for tonight. Because I have to go on a date. I have to go on a date. Thank you guys so much for coming. And thank you to the YouTube people. This was my first YouTube stream. And so I was, if you could tell, I'm so much more nervous than I normally am. Because I'm in a streaming software that I have no idea how to use. So I have been on edge the entire night. But thank you guys so much for coming. I'm gonna choose a person to raid, which will probably be my lovely lady. So if you want to be in the raid, switch over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Emily'sTeapot. But if you don't worry. That's fine. Raid channel. Sunset. Guppy. Okay. Say hi to Gup Gup for me. Bye-bye. You're welcome. I'm the YouTube people. It's okay. I'm the YouTube. There are 2 people in YouTube. Stop trying to scare me. I will not be fooled. I will not be fooled. I will not be fooled. Bye-bye. YouTube people.
The youngest person ever.
All the Twitch people are gone. You're welcome. I am the YouTube people. Bye, Spencer. Bye, Cowboy.